Hi, I am Kara Kaufman. I am the International Services Coordinator at University of Baltimore. In 2008, I was fresh out of undergrad and the market crashed. We had the Great Recession, and I knew people who had gotten out of school, were in the same program that I was in, which was K through 12 education. I was going to be a history teacher. They had gotten jobs, and now we're back in our hometown working at convenience stores. And I was working, about 5 to 6 jobs at one point, making barely over 20K a year and living with my parents. That was for about a year and a half. And everybody I knew was all my friends. We were all in that boat. We were all doing that. We were all living at home. We were all working odd jobs, gig economy stuff. And it was rough. And none of us were working in the field that we initially wanted to be in. In and around there, I decided to go back to grad school, and I reached out to my mentor from undergrad, who was our assistant director of residence life. And he encouraged me to apply to higher ed programs, higher ed administration, because he said in my senior year, he reminded me that most of what I did in college and most of my most enjoyable moments in college were when I was working as a resident assistant and as a hall director. And I would spend more time in the res life office than I did really even with my student teaching. And so I went back to school, and even though I never planned on doing higher ed, here I am 15 plus years later, still working in higher ed, and I honestly think it's what was always meant for me. So